everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here and I'm coming at you with a brand new DC update. Yeah, it's really funny when you take a look at how much time lapses in between DCAU updates, but the good thing is these are not done as often as some of my regular things, so it's always a real treat to bring you guys a DCAU update. And have I got a real treat for you today? We're going to talk about the 20th DC Direct-to-DVD and Blu-ray animated feature, Batman Assault on Arkham. This one is definitely something that stands out among the others. It's not the best one, but I'll tell you why it's such a unique film. First of all, it's the very first DCAU film to be based on a video game franchise that is DC-related, as opposed to the comic books, which is what they've always been doing since Superman Doomsday. So you get sort of a prequel to this amazing video game franchise that has been around for quite a number of years already, and it features Batman. It also features his rogues gallery to a certain degree. There are a couple of ones that I was hoping to see that didn't show up, but if there were some that didn't actually make the cut, there were actually tributes paid to a couple, but you'll get the picture. I don't want to tell you exactly who was not there and who was. But anyway, also, it's a real tribute to one of the best episodes of Justice League, which features Task Force X, which includes characters like Deadshot and Captain Boomerang, which were in the actual episode of Justice League Unlimited, but then they also feature a couple of villains that you don't really see much and don't really know much about if you never read the comic books, like King Shark or Black Spider. And Killer Frost is also on the team too, so it's great. And you also have a stellar voice cast, thanks to the wonderful woman that Adriana Romano is. So you have Kevin Conroy reprising his role as Batman. You have CCH Pounder reprising her role as Amanda Waller. You also have Jennifer Hale reprising her role as Killer Frost. But you also have Neil McDonough voicing Deadshot, which was a great thing to see. And one of the best voices that I saw in this film, Matthew Gary Gubler, who voiced the Riddler, who is my favorite Batman villain in the Rogues Gallery. But probably the biggest surprises were the voices provided by Hayden Walsh and Troy Baker. They voiced Harley Quinn and Joker in this film, as opposed to Arlene Sorkin and Mark Hamill, who have basically lent their voices to Bruce Timm for almost 30 years, which is great. These two actors came out of nowhere and did a great job, and I have to say that Troy Baker is so accurate. He's basically doing a Mark Hamill Joker impression throughout this film, and it's as if Mark Hamill is doing the voice of the Joker in this movie himself. I also love the fact that even though this is a tribute to Batman, especially since it's the 75th anniversary of the Batman's comic books, Batman is practically non-existent in this film, which is amazing. It's all done through the perspective of the villains, and that's why I think this movie is so great, because you take a look at the Justice League movies of the past when everybody gets along so well. It's always good to see how villains are when they team up, and it's no surprise. They always want to rip each other's throats out, but there's also some great moments and some great one-liners, and also some very risque moments as well. I think that this year's DCAU films have really pushed the bar when it comes to this entire direct-to-DVD and Blu-ray franchise, and I'm really curious to see just how far it's going to go, because it seems every new movie seems to push the bar just a little bit further, and that just excites me. It really does. The movie is filled with action, with a great story that's simple to follow but complex at the same time. The character development on these villains is spot on, considering that it's only like a 77-minute movie. Batman really doesn't have much character development, but it's really not about Batman. Neither is the video game. It's really about the villains themselves and what goes on in Arkham Asylum, and it really is a fun, exciting, great film to watch, and I highly recommend that you add this to your DCAU film collection if you have started collecting a few of these movies. But as I said, it's not the best, but on a fun factor perspective, it's truly one of the most exciting, and I am so glad that they made this film. I'm really excited for next year's wave of DCAU films, because we have the anticipated sequel to Justice League War, and it actually revolves around Aquaman, thank God. And then we have another Batman story, of course, and another Justice League story, but the thing that's going to be very interesting is, after Justice League Throne of Atlantis, they're going to be making 2 original stories. And this is going to be a first for them, so not based on comic books, not based on video games. So for now, Batman Assault on Arkham, lots of fun, great movie, watch it, you'll love it, especially if you're a Batman fan. Thanks for watching, guys, I'll see you soon, actions speak louder than words.